Welcome to 11 News at Noon. I'm Michaela Hedin.
And I'm Madison Heap. Breaking news, police are still searching for the suspect in the shooting of a University of Utah student last night.
11 News reporter Landon Moore is live at the U of U campus where a press conference just wrapped up. Landon, what new information came out of that press conference?
Try to vote every time that there is an election.
Today is election day and Utahns are heading to the polling stations to make their votes count.
Investigators released new information about the past of the killer involved in the deadliest shooting in Texas history.
Friends and family mourn the death of a University of Utah student who was shot and killed on campus last week.
Welcome to 11 News at Noon. I'm Michaela Hedin.
And I'm Madison Heap. It's voting day and history might be made in Provo.
11 News reporter Jessica Coombs visited a ballot drop-off location. Jessica, was it busy at the ballot drop?
Yes, Michaela, people were pouring into the Provo Rec Center this morning, and they will continue to show up until they close their doors tonight at 8 p.m. The people I talked to had a lot to say about who was going to get their vote.
It's devastating. It's devastating. Panic-stricken. It's just so scary.
We are live in 3, 2, 1.
It always seems like the good people leave and the bad people stay.
A funeral is held for a police officer killed in the October 1st Las Vegas shooting.
Police rescue a man who barricaded himself inside a church.
A Spanish Fork man has his first hearing after assisting in the death of a 16-year-old girl.
Major backlash for actor Kevin Spacey after accusations of sexual assault. We'll tell you why he may soon be looking for a new work and why prestigious award he will no longer receive.
The kids coming in here, walking in and just having their jaws hit the floor.
The new toy store in Orem is building crowds. We'll show you the pieces that make up this unique shop.
One Utah town is ranked as a top trick-or-treating city in the nation. We'll tell you where the best place is to score some Halloween sweets. Some Utah school districts are no longer requiring arts classes, so one family is doing all they can to bring music into the homes of thousands.
Find out how the United Way is helping drop the unemployment rate in Utah County.
Prepare for some beautiful weather this week. Not only is it warm, but the temperatures are higher than average. I'll tell you about it next.
President Trump takes to Twitter to comment on U.S. involvement in Puerto Rico. We'll tell you what he said and how it may affect recovery efforts on the island.
And Utah's favorite Halloween candy might surprise you. Keep watching to find out the sweet news. Oxycontin, Hydrocon, and morphine intended to relieve pain, but killing thousands of Utahns.
I'll take you into the lives of two Utahns directly affected by the opioid crisis and tell you what's being...
It's a place for children and children at heart. We'll tell you about the new Orem store everyone's toying with.
Some of the best Halloween candy in the country is right here in our backyard. We'll tell you where.
We are live in 3, 2, 1.
It always seems like the good people leave and the bad people stay.
A funeral is held for a police officer killed in the October 1st Las Vegas shooting.
Police rescue a man who barricaded himself inside a church.
A Spanish Fork man has his first hearing after assisting in the death of a 16-year-old girl.
Welcome to 11 News at Noon. I'm Madison Heap.
And I'm Michaela Hedin. A Spanish Fork man accused of assisting in a suicide appeared in court today. 11 News reporter Reed Wolfley is on the scene with more.
Tyrell Provision appeared in court today facing criminal charges including the murder of Chandra Brown on May 5th, to which he pled not guilty.
On May 5th, 16-year-old Chandra Brown hanged herself at a campground near Payson, Utah. Her friend Tyrell Provision recorded the death on his phone and provided commentary during Brown's final moments. Text messages between Provision and Brown show the gruesome plan Provision had thought of. This is the thing. I want to help kill them. It'd be awesome. Seriously, I'm going to help her. It's like getting away with murder. I'm so expletive up. I'm seriously not joking. It's going down in about a week or two. After she died, Provision sent this text message. It happened. I helped her do it too, and I feel so guilty. Provision provided the rope and the compressed air which Brown inhaled before she died. The state of Utah has no second-degree murder charge or assisted suicide charge, so Provision has to be charged with first-degree murder. Provision's defense attorney Greg Stewart wants to prove Provision's actions did not directly cause the death of Brown.
Even though he didn't directly cause the death, I think they're saying that his actions ultimately led to her death, and that's enough to be prosecuted under. But we don't agree with that.
The ruling of this case could provide precedent moving forward for the state of Utah.
Having pled not guilty, the next step is the pre-trial, which will take place here at the Provo Courthouse on November 21st at 8:30. Reporting in Provo, Reed Wolfley, 11 News.
Thanks, Reed.
A police chase ended when a suspect got stuck in a boiler room of a Salt Lake City church this morning. The 46-year-old suspect, Shane Owen, called police for help. Unified Police called in a Salt Lake City SWAT team and arrested him. Police officials tweeted saying he is wanted on multiple felony warrants and has an extensive criminal history.
The motorcade for one of the victims of Las Vegas shooting temporarily shut down the Las Vegas Strip. 11 News reporter Landon Moore attended his funeral and shows us how the city paused to pay its respects.
Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Officer Charleston Hartfield has been laid to rest. He was one of the 58 people killed while attending the Route 91 Harvest Country Music Festival.
Hartfield was off duty and attending the festival with his wife when a lone gunman opened fire from the 32nd story of the Mandalay Bay Hotel. He attempted to protect and help others and was fatally wounded. His wife survived. He also left behind 2 children. On Friday, he received a hero's farewell. A large funeral procession moved through Las Vegas, right down the strip where he was killed. Hartfield was in the Nevada National Guard and was a police officer for 11 years.
Officer Hartfield's funeral was held here at Central Church in Henderson. Hundreds of police officers and military members attended. Brigadier General Zachary Dozier called the loss of Hartfield a kick in the stomach for the Nevada National Guard.
General Dozier posthumously promoted Hartfield to first sergeant during the service. He is buried at the Veterans Memorial Cemetery in Boulder City. Signs of the shooting still abound in Las Vegas. The windows the shooter broke at the Mandalay Hotel are boarded up. Police vehicles are still stationed at every entrance to the grounds where the music festival happened. Signs all over affirm the unity of the city in the wake of the tragedy. And a memorial of 1 cross for each victim stands between the famous Welcome to Las Vegas sign and the hotel. The mood here is somber as people come to remember the victims.
Coming here and seeing all these different people come together today, I think it should happen more often instead of it being such a, tragedy for it to happen. I'm a little empty. I just kind of feel like I'm floating right now.
Though about 3 weeks have passed since the shooting, the sentiment from people here indicates that they will not soon forget those like Hartfield who lost their lives. Reporting in front of the Mandalay Bay on the Las Vegas Strip, Landon Moore, 11 News.
2 brush fires are burning near Strawberry Reservoir. 3 fires started on Sunday night. Crews extinguished one of the fires. Fire officials say 26 people were evacuated from homes and several others from buildings and campgrounds around the reservoir. Firefighters continue to fight, but both fires are 0% contained. They are hoping winds die down and the upcoming cold weather will help them gain control of the fires.
Weber High School District disciplined students after they were seen shouting racial slurs in an Instagram video. The school district has not released any specific details on the punishment. District spokesman confirmed the level of punishment will depend on the students' involvement in extracurriculars.
Police arrested the parents of an 8-year-old boy in Kearns on charges of child abuse. His parents kept him out of school for 2 days to hide the bruises. Incidents like this are happening more often than most people realize.
11 News reporter Katie Embley is here to tell us what is being done to raise awareness for the domestic violence problems in Utah.
Since 2000, more than 40% of adult homicides in Utah are related to domestic violence. Last night, supporters came together to remember these victims with a candlelight vigil. Supporters and survivors walked together with their candles around the campus of Utah Valley University. The purpose of the vigil and other presentations is to help people understand the problem. 1 out of every 3 women in Utah will experience domestic violence in her lifetime. 80 Utah children witness the murder or attempted murder of one of their parents every year. Director of the Center for Women and Children in Crisis, Dennis Hansen, says that we need to increase awareness of this issue and work to change how women are viewed and treated in our communities.
People think, not in my community, it doesn't happen. it does. So we all need to be watchful and listening.
Hansen says he has seen success stories of victims who have turned their lives around, but the stories we don't usually hear are the ones that don't work out. He says victims of domestic violence need to develop a safe plan to get out of their situation. Domestic violence advocates and shelters are available to help them get the help they need. The Center for Women and Children in Crisis also offers resources such as counseling, education, food, and shelter for victims of domestic violence and sexual assault in Utah and Juab counties. Victims and survivors can get help at the hotline 1-800-897-5465 or at udvc.org.
A new poll shows former Congressman Jason Chaffetz as a very early frontrunner for the next Utah governor. Chaffetz currently has 24% support from pollsters. Other candidates include Lieutenant Governor Spencer Cox, businessman Josh Romney, House Speaker Greg Hughes, and former Utah Jazz CEO Greg Miller. Chaffetz says his final decision is a few years off, but that it is a definite maybe. Current Governor Gary Herbert has said he does not plan to seek re-election in 2020.
Representative Maxine Waters rejects any suggestion that she was vowing to harm President Donald Trump last week when she said she would take Trump out.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Nobody believes that a 79-year-old grandmother who is a congresswoman and who has been in Congress and in politics for all of these years talking about doing any harm. The only harm that I may be doing to the president is I want him impeached.
During her interview with CNN, she said she wants to impeach Trump because his actions and rhetoric are harmful for the U.S.
Prototypes for a border wall between the U.S. and Mexico are almost finished. The 8 mock-ups are located in a Border Patrol enforcement zone in San Diego, and most are nearly 30 feet tall. U.S. Customs and Border Protection say each prototype falls below the $50,000 budget. Congress will still need to approve a $1.8 billion budget to officially begin construction. The prototypes are expected to be tested for the security at the end of next month.
The Senate is moving forward with plans to provide more than $36 billion to help the people of Puerto Rico. The Federal Emergency Management Agency committed millions of dollars to restore power and water services to the hurricane-stricken island. The Senate bill will also replenish FEMA's depletion account for the money spent on this and other recent disasters.
A California vegetable supplier is recalling products possibly contaminated with listeria. Mann Packing says the recall includes bags of mixed produce. The company says their products are sold at Walmart, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and Meijer stores across the U.S. and Canada. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency caught the contamination through random sampling. Mann Packing reports no illness linked to the products. Visit Mann Packing or the FDA website to see products and stores under the recall.
An investigation gives new details on the ambush in Niger, what happened in the encounter that left 4 U.S. troops dead earlier this month.
One local family has influenced their community through music for generations. See what they are doing now to support school music and arts programs.
Last year, 1/4 of Utah's deadly car crashes involved teens. See how one organization's campaign plans to decrease that number.